From Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On this holy day, I wish all Christians in Nigeria and around the world a Merry Christmas. I thank God for the opportunity to serve as the leader of our great country, and I pray for peace in our land, especially between individuals of different religious beliefs. I stand committed to doing everything in my power to enshrine religious freedom in Nigeria and to protect Christians, Muslims, and all Nigerians from violence. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is tagging Nigerian President, Nigerian government, Christian Association of Nigeria, Christian Association of Nigeria Media, NigeriaCatholic.net, official, tagged so many people, Anglican Church. At the end, including Ekpa Church, he tagged real Donald J. Trump. Stay with me in this video. Let me make you to understand more to this. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Merry Christmas to you all. Today is Thursday, the 25th day of December, 2025. I saw the Christmas message from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and in that Christmas message, he was just hammering on religious freedom, that he will do everything in his power to make sure he guarantee religious freedom in Nigeria. And at the end of his write-up, he started tagging Christian Association of Nigeria Media, he started tagging Catholic Bishop, he started tagging Anglican, Ekpa Church, and all those things. At the end, he tagged at real Donald J. Trump. You don't know why I'm laughing. You know, what is going on is that Tinubu is shaking. Tinubu is just afraid when no one is pursuing him. And like Tinubu is trying to run when no one is pursuing him. Who asks you all these things you are doing? I thank God for the opportunity to do so. I stand committed to doing everything within my power to enshrine religious freedom. Started talking all those things. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you why Tinubu, is going in this way. Why Tinubu is trying to let Donald Trump know that, look at my Christmas message, even though I'm not a Christian, I am guaranteeing religious freedom. I'm saying it openly. I will let you know in this video why Tinubu structured his Christmas message in this way, okay? Now, stay with me. Yesterday, I saw a video from Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, when he was giving his Christmas message. He made one statement: the persecution of Christians in Nigeria must stop, and it must stop now. You don't get the message. The persecutions of Christians in Nigeria must stop, and it must stop now. Anyway, in this video, I will also let you know what that means. But for now, if you have not seen the video, take a listen.
And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you. From Jerusalem, I send warm greetings to our Christian friends around the world. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From here, the Holy Land, Israel, the only country in the Middle East where the Christian community is thriving. Israel is the only country in the Middle East where Christians can practice their faith with full rights and in total freedom, where Christian pilgrims are embraced with open arms and are so deeply appreciated, where Christians can celebrate proudly their traditions and openly do so without any fear. In Jerusalem, the city municipality every year officially distributes Christmas trees. It's been doing so for 2 decades. By contrast, a few days ago, in the Palestinian town of Jenin, Palestinians burnt a Christmas tree in the Holy Redeemer Church. That's the difference. Israel stands up for Christians across the region, wherever they face widespread intimidation and persecution. While Israel's Christian population is growing, the Christian population in countless areas across the region has been dwindling due to systematic discrimination and oppression. This has happened in Iraq, it's happened in Syria, it's happened in Lebanon, it's happened in Turkey, and it's happening in the Palestinian Authority. The birthplace of Jesus, Bethlehem, used to have 80% Christian population. That's when we were there. When we left and gave it to the Palestinian Authority, it has since dwindled from 80% to 20%. The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you.
All right, let's go straight to the point. Bola Ahmed Tinubu understands that most global power, like people from around the world, want a regime change in Nigeria. Yes, people from around the world want a regime change. When you look at what the options the United States put on the table, like the military invasion to Nigeria, coming to Nigeria to take away the terrorists, with the presence of the US military on ground, collaborating with the Nigerian government, sharing intelligence, striking terrorists through their drones and flight and all those things. Then, thirdly, sanctions on Nigeria to do this, to do that. Then another one is regime change, to bring somebody that can cooperate with America to wipe away these terrorists. Now, Tinubu perceived this as a possible option that is going to happen. So he is trying to play smart to let the world knows that, listen, I am the president. I thank God for this opportunity. I am doing everything in my power to guarantee religious freedom. But people who knows what is going on in Nigeria knows that all these things is not what is needed now. Two things are needed. Number one is who imported over 1 million Fulani militias into the country, who are terrorizing in a holistic form all across the nation. That is a question that the world knows. That is something that everybody knows. But these people are playing smart for nothing. The second thing there is this. Who are sponsoring these people? That is the question the whole world is asking. And Tinubu trying to play smart like this is not going to answer the question. Who are sponsoring these people and who imported these people? Now, to answer this question, those who imported these people are the people in power. The APC regime imported these terrorists. So they are literally like a terrorist government. Now, before you said, Okocha, why are you saying this? I'm not the one that said it. They admitted that they imported these terrorists. I've said this countless times. They have said this on Arise News, on Channels Television. It is in the public domain. A lot of them have confessed, oh, we just brought them to remove Jonathan. That is not a debate. So it's an, admission that they have made that we imported these terrorists. Now, you know why I'm saying this? The issue whether religious freedom or not, the issue whether Christian genocide or not, the truth of the matter is this. This current administration imported terrorists. And now, if these terrorists are not their friends, if these terrorists are not people of the same faith with them, if these terrorists don't have something in common with them, there is no how they can import them and keep them and be funding them. No how. So there is something in common, and that is what these terrorists wanted. But not even wanted, that is what they wanted. Both Boko Haram, ISWAP, the bandits, Ulu, Nakurawa, these are the names, Al-Qaeda, these are the names of terrorists in Nigeria. Now, what these people want is Sharia state. It is in their handbook, it is online. I have the videos like Boko Haram, ISWAP. Boko Haram was concentrating on Nigeria, that they want to Islamize Nigeria. But ISWAP break away from, Boko Haram because they are conducting a wider range of Islamization, that is the whole West Africa. And that is why you see their name ISWAP, Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP. So their mission is to Islamize the West Africa. And you see what they are doing in Burkina Faso, but they are meeting their waterloo in Burkina Faso. They are killing them miserably. Now, you see what they are doing in Mali. Oh my goodness, like what they are doing in Mali is unacceptable. But the Malian government are putting up a stiff fight. If these countries were still in the democratic regime, like Burkina Faso, by now, it could have been fallen under the hands of these terrorists. But thank God for these military men who are brave, who are fighting against France. France is dangerous, I used to tell people. France is very, very dangerous. And that is why the symbiotic relationship between the French president and Nigerian president, it is awakening the people of Africa to know that in their lifetime, a president is now taking them back to where they are coming from. A lot of people were saying, oh, don't blame the West because it has been long, they colonized Africa, and so on and so forth. But here we are in 2026. The president of a country is relinquishing the sovereignty of the country through the data information about the fiscal activities of a country onto France. France will manage it in this 2026, a president. Now, the truth of the matter is this. You see the issue of religious freedom, it's not going to be guaranteed. Tinubu don't have what it takes to guarantee religious freedom. That is where I'm coming from. Tinubu don't have what it takes to guarantee religious freedom as a president. For you to understand the system all these terrorists have created in Nigeria, they find their way to every part of the government, in the military, and so on and so forth. So there is no how these people can actually allow Tinubu to guarantee this religious freedom. Tinubu is tagging Donald Trump because Tinubu wants Trump to see that he tweeted. Tinubu wants Trump to see that, oh, this is my intention. But how? Do you have the power to materialize that intention? That is absolutely no. Tinubu don't have what it takes to bring that intention to come to pass. So when you see when these people are tweeting, they are posting, they are talking, I look at them, I smile. I smile because I know these people's intention. They don't mean well for the country. If Tinubu mean well for you, he will not alter the tax bill. Do you know what Tinubu actually altered in the tax reform? For example, the House of Senate or House of the legislatures cannot oversight him in that tax system. Now, the judiciary is exempted, cannot prosecute the offenders. Now, the president can set up a task force. If you default tax, they can just go and pick your house. You people don't know what is going on. This is what Tinubu wants. Tinubu want to use Agbero to start snatching people's houses. Nigeria is the only country in the world that remove subsidy in all their petroleum products that is producing oil, oil producing country, removing all subsidy from the petroleum product. And after that, he want to start taxing people from the same product. It doesn't make sense. If it makes sense to you, let me know.